Hey guys, what's up? It's Mo Mustafa here, author, speaker, coach, and welcome to another edition of Motivated Muscle, where you learn the mindset techniques to help you burn stubborn body fat and add lean muscle. And in this video, we're going to be talking about role models. And I've actually got a question here. I'm just going to grab my iPad from Bradley in Singapore. And he asks, role models. In any chosen discipline, should we seek role models or find our own way and our own style? Great question. I love this topic and I'm really looking forward to answering this question, as I'm sure you're just as interested in finding out about it. So, my take on role models. First of all, I would say yes, make sure you get yourself role models. And why is it so important to have a role model? Well, life's short, right? And you don't want to spend your whole life trying to figure things out by trial and error. Although there is a time and a place for trial and error, and I'll get to that in just a second. But if you have certain goals and certain ambitions in life and you want to get to a certain place, you can either try and figure it out yourself, or you can find a role model who has done the same journey as you want to embark on and learn from them. Now, one thing I will point out when it comes to role models is we need to be aware of the fact that, first of all, we are all unique and different in our own way. However, there's going to be an overlap between our own characteristics and our role models. So what I want to encourage you to first of all do is get a clear understanding of yourself. Like, who are you at your core? What are your strengths, your talents, your passions, your ambitions, your values, your character? And really get an understanding of yourself first. That's the first place you want to start, right? And the way you can do this is, there's a great book here called Strengths Finder 2.0. There'll be a link in the description below. But if it's not in the recommended resources yet, just jump on Amazon, pick up the copy, and it actually allows you to do a test to find out what your own strengths are. Now, it's important to know what your strengths are, but in terms of then reaching your particular goal, is then you want to get role models who've been down that journey. And ideally, you want to be looking for role models who have lots of things in common with you, because it's going to be more likely that you're going to be able to emulate them. Okay? Now, say, for example, if I was, I don't know, 5'5", or say 5 foot tall. Say I was 5 foot tall, right? Hypothetically. And I wanted to get into playing basketball, and I wanted to learn how to dunk the ball. I don't necessarily want to learn from, say, someone like Shaquille O'Neal, who I'm not really sure, but he's around the 7 foot mark, right? So the guy is so tall. For him, it's going to be really easy to dunk the ball. He's not going to really teach you about how to, build legs so you can learn how to jump the extra distance, compared to maybe finding a role model, somebody who is of equal stature as you if you're 5 foot tall, and then working with them if they're able to dunk the ball, because they would have had to physically put work in to learn how to jump that extra distance, where someone like Shaquille O'Neal, I'm sure he can just get on his tiptoes and dunk the ball, right? So it's going to be a bit harder for you to learn from that guy. Now, that being said, you can still learn a lot from him, so don't discard any role model for that matter, but try to find ones who are most aligned with yourself. So start off, do your Strengths Finder, find out about yourself, look at it, create a journal and write down all the different things you've done in the past where you've succeeded, and that will also help you look at, reverse engineer what your unique talents and strengths are. Now, personally, here's some of my role models. Again, like I said, I've got Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is his encyclopedia of bodybuilding. Again, I have probably nothing in common with Arnold Schwarzenegger when it comes genetically. Although, I do have German in my blood, so maybe there's an element there of Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's why I can speak like him and tell you to get to the chopper. Yeah, so maybe that's about as close as I get to being like Arnold. But he knows a thing or two about how to build muscle, and he's able to teach the various genetic types, because he's taught the various genetic types how to get in shape. So I'm learning from that, but I'm bearing in mind that I'm not the Terminator and I don't have the same genetics as him. And there's another one of my role models, Bruce Lee. Again, probably different genetic types, but probably something I can more align with, because I'm naturally a skinny guy and so was he and stuff. But again, there's lots of different variables involved. But I can learn a lot from him in terms of his philosophy about life, about being flexible in reaching your goals, to be like water, and just a lot of his philosophy. So it's important to have that. And like I said, in your question, you were asking about whether you should be, create your own or merge. I would say merge both, know yourself, and also find role models and find the overlap where you can take what you need from your role models, but ultimately create the fuller expression of ultimately who you are as a person. Hope that answers your questions. If you've got any comments and questions, leave them below. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.